I have been part of the women's movement for more than a decade now, and also the queer movement. So before Nazariya, I was working with this women's organization called Nirantar, and I worked there for 7-8 years. So while working with Nirantar, it's a feminist organization. We had a this one on sexuality, a project on sexuality, not only on LGBT. And mostly when you talk, say it's a project on sexuality, people think it's on LGBT. But sexuality meant it was on pleasure, it was on desire, it was on women's sexuality, it was on the political aspects of sexuality. And we did talk about LGBT. But I was also part of the LGBT movement for quite some time. What we realized being part of the movement is that there are not many organizations focusing on female assigned at birth people, lesbian, bisexual women, trans masculine people, and female assigned at birth, genderqueer people, trans men. Of course, our greatest ally is the women's movement. Like, women's movement has been supporting us since the beginning of the queer movement, but still the linkages are missing. So for instance, in domestic violence cases, for instance, all the interventions working on domestic violence will only focus on heterosexual women. In the adoption laws, for instance, of course, we knew that gay people cannot adopt, LGBT people cannot adopt. But specifically saying that LGBT gay couples cannot adopt, Sushma Swaraj said it. With regard to the ART bill, like ART, Artificial Reproductive Technology Bill, specifically she mentioned, like the government mentioned that gay people cannot use ART. So they have always said against LGBT population. T I won't say, because T they are trying hard to introduce a bill, trans people, but the bill they introduced in the parliament was horrible. So we are trying to make the bill better, but with regard to sexuality, they are moralistic. You know what has been happening recently with regard to freedom of expression, what happened in JNU, what happened in DU, what's happening in DU now, what happened in other universities with regard to sexuality and gender and other politics.